Hi and welcome. Today I'm going to share with you my favourite Nintendo Switch dock, the Skull & Co Jumpgate. Just a really quick disclaimer, this is not a paid endorsement or a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money and I'm making this video for you here today because I recommend it. At the time of this video, the black model is only available to purchase. I'll put a link in the description below. This particular one is a Japanese Famicom edition if you're wondering about the design. Okay, here's the dock itself. You can see it's quite a good size, it's very small. There are numerous features that make this unique and I'm going to talk about those now. Let's just quickly check the ports. So we've got two USB ports, HDMI and the USB-C power in. Here you can use your original Nintendo power brick because I know there are concerns about people using third-party bricks, and so I want to just make this clear. The dock itself is harmless to your Switch. Just make sure you use a properly licensed power brick for it. Now I really just want to show you the most unique feature about this dock, and it's the fact that it separates like so that the dock part of it, all the components, is in this travel form. You can just take this and use it as a USB-C dock for your Nintendo Switch, but also for any of your USB-C devices, including your iPad Pro. So I don't know if you can see this on camera here, it says core drive, and this is the main part of this dock. It's pretty cool that you can just take this part and leave the rest at home for when you want to connect other devices to your USB-C only laptops, iPad and your Nintendo Switch. You wouldn't have seen this while it was attached to the shell, but there are also a full-size SD and micro SD card reader. These are high-speed readers, so these are really good to use with your laptop too. Let's have a look at what the Switch looks like when it's docked. So put the core drive back in, the USB-C dock is right there, and if we just place the Switch in, there we go. So you may or may not know, but on the Switch at the back here, there are some vents for cooling, and this dock helps accommodate for that. If you press the whole block in, the shell, it lifts up and creates a gap to allow that airflow. Given that your clock speed off the Switch is higher when it's in the dock, I think this is a pretty cool feature. You see that there, and it just pushes down when you want to put it away. Other features include being able to remove this bit of plastic here in case you want to put in a device that it would get in the way of. So let's try putting my phone on the dock. And you can see that now fits without the plastic, and it can still lean back on the raised part of the shell. And using a Samsung phone, you get full-on Samsung DeX as well, and other Android phones you'll get HDMI out, not Google Pixel devices, mind you. This does not add functionality that you wouldn't normally get with your mobile phone. Another cool feature that Skull & Co have implemented is if you need further penetration from the USB-C port, maybe your Nintendo Switch has a case on it and that USB-C port needs to be further up. On the back, you can see here there are some levers, so if I pull those all the way, the actual port is now sitting higher up. So I'd take a close-up of that. While I press them, you can see it drops it recesses it into the shell. Skull & Co are now providing a short USB-C extension cable, so you can use it in between this and your device, as to not put too much pressure on the USB-C port on your devices itself. As you can see, if I put this like that, you might be concerned about your HDMI cable putting too much stress, and that's totally understandable. When I purchased my dock, I didn't get a USB extension, so I've purchased this one. Of course, would not recommend one this length, but it does the job. So at least I can plug this in here, plug that in there, and now I'm not concerned about any weight that might be causing damage to any USB-C port. If you haven't figured out already, I really recommend this Switch dock, especially if you own a Nintendo Switch and are looking for a USB-C dock for your iPad Pro or your laptop. This is a great choice. Skull & Co really did think about all the different possibilities for this device by allowing it to work with multiple devices, it would have been perfect if there was a slim Ethernet port that you find on some laptops. Perhaps on the next version, but I'm sure the thickness will have to change. That's going to be all from me today. If you want any advice about USB-C docks, you've got a question about this one, please get in touch below. I'll be happy to help out. This is a Technology signing out. Take care.